Joining us is the CEO of Infosys, Salil Parekh. Thank you so much for talking to CNBC TV18 and Moneycontrol, Salil. It's been quite a banner year for Infosys because in terms of your annual growth for FY22, it's the highest in a decade, 20.3%. So before I come to Q4 FY22, can you tell us, what really helped you in the previous fiscal, and are you on track to deliver at the same pace? I know you've given a revenue guidance of 13 to 15%, but in terms of the momentum, if you can give us a sense of the demand going forward.
So thanks for having me on this session. We've had really incredible growth in financial year 22 at 19.7%. We clearly see that we are taking market share in a very competitive market. And the reasons for that are our focus with our clients on digital transformation, the cloud work, and the data work. As we look ahead, we've given a growth guidance of 13 to 15%, which is a very strong guidance as we start the year. Today, we see our pipeline in good shape. We see very good demand environment, and we have recruited in the fourth quarter 22,000 new employees net new employees joining us, and that, among other things, gives us very strong confidence for the future. Our large deals were at 2.3 billion. In the quarter, 9.5 billion for the year. So all of those factors give us confidence for the growth ahead.
Right. But Salil, last year you began at 12 to 13%, and then you gradually took up the guidance to 19.5 to 20.5%. So can we expect a similar pattern of under-promise and over-deliver? Will you finally end the year at a similar percentage?
So there, we've given a guidance today based on what we see in the demand environment. And that's what we did last year, and that's what we do every year. It so happens that in the last year, we continued to see more and more traction as the year progressed, and we were in a fortunate position to raise that guidance. As we start the year, we're already starting at a high number, 13 to 15, and we will see as the year progresses what the environment holds, and based on that, we will decide what to do.
Yeah. Let me come to the fourth quarter. The revenue and margins came below what the street was expecting. So, a bit of disappointment on that front, that you perhaps ended the year on a softer note. You mentioned some one-off factors in terms of clients, but can you give me some more details on what this reversal is all about, what the impact is likely to be? If you can elaborate on what that one-off factor means.
So there, in Q4, several points. First, we had our year-on-year growth at 20.6%, so even stronger than our full-year growth. Then we had good traction in terms of what we saw on large deals at 2.3 million. What Nilanjan and I shared was there was one-off event with respect to a contract, which we will see in the coming quarters a reversal of. We have no more detail at this stage to share, but we feel comfortable given all of the volume expansion and the demand we see in the future and the 13 to 15% guidance that our business continues in a very strong trajectory.
Right. One major spoiler, of course, is also attrition. It's a huge concern. 27.7% when TCS is, 17.4%. So, what do you see this going further up before it starts moderating? If you can take us through the stress that you're seeing as far as attrition and the supply situation is concerned.
So there on attrition, what we are seeing is in the quarter, our attrition has come down by 5 points from the previous quarter. What we see as we look ahead is many of the initiatives we've taken, for example, greater employee engagement, compensation increases, more opportunities on different projects across the company, career progressions. We're seeing those starting to have an impact and will have greater impact going ahead. And so we see the attrition, which has come down with all of these initiatives coming in place, further benefiting as we go ahead.
Right. Salil, on the Russia situation, you recently said that you have ceased operations in Russia. Was this a major concern for your clients, considering you derive a majority of your business from clients in North America and Europe? Secondly, the whole chatter around Akshata Murthy, it's created a storm of sorts in the UK. How much of a concern are both these factors?
So on Russia, as we said first, what is going on the ground in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, we absolutely support all of the peace activities that are going on there. As a company, we have contributed to humanitarian efforts. We made a $1 million contribution to help with people impacted by that. We've also put in help to reskill anyone that's impacted. And in some of our Eastern European locations, we're looking to see if they can find employment there. We have within Russia less than 100 employees. We're working for no Russian clients, and we have plans to work for no Russian clients in the future. The work we are doing is for global clients, and we have initiated the transition of that work from Russia to our centers in Eastern Europe.
Yeah. Final question. This is actually the third year in a row where, Infosys is growing faster than TCS, at least in terms of the revenue growth rate. So, would it be right to say that Infy is perhaps now the bellwether when it comes to the IT sector?
So there, what I think is really critical is the way the clients are working with us, and what we're gaining is market share. Our objective is to make sure that we do things which make sense for our clients, and we are part of their digital journey. Today, in fact, the cloud work that's going to happen in the next several years, the digital work that's going to happen, the automation that we are doing, we have unlimited opportunity in that front. And the capabilities that we have built, that's the reason why we are gaining market share. And we believe we will continue to gain market share, which is why we've made sure that we further expand these capabilities and go after this market. Today, the market is really exciting, and we want to make sure we are in the forefront of that, as we've been in the past 3 years.
Right. On that note, thank you very much for talking to Moneycontrol.